Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like super skeletal. I'm not gonna lie, I probably am not as skilled as I would prefer to be. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's see, as X1. Okay, alright, well good night and I hope I have a good stream too. Definitely try to have all the good dreams. And thanks for showing up. that. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm just trying to get as much as I can done of this world, because the sooner I finish it, the better. Okay, so I guess that's done, so that's fine. Oh, hi! You're welcome for the raid. I really appreciate, your content and everything. I just happened to briefly look at your stream, and it was really cool to see that you were really digging deep into the Goth family, so that's pretty cool. Not many people actually outright play them. And thanks for welcoming into streaming. It's not my first time streaming, but it definitely is good to be able to come back to it. Have I built a lot of Sims 3 neighborhoods? No. As I answered a previous question, I have only built one other world, or made one other world, but it's literally the same one that I'm making now, just the only difference being that I am actually remaking the world because I lost all the files, and it's been quite a few years actually, so... What about yourself? Have you made any worlds or dabbled in the Sims 3 creator world? For those who are joining the stream or are new here, welcome. My name is Bella, or I go by Bella. I am a Sims 3 player who just is currently working on remaking a world from how many yonks ago. The world is called Arluke, and I'm hoping to have it finished soon, because the sooner I finish it, the sooner I can release it for free for all of you lovelies to enjoy. Oh my gosh, that world is... I heard a lot of good things about it. I unfortunately never got around to playing it, but I think they actually updated that recently. And when I say recently, probably within the last couple of years. That's pretty cool though. Did you hear that they're coming out with another... I don't think it's gonna end up being... How do I word this? And do so accurately anyways. I don't think it's supposed to be anything like super crazy similar to the original. I'm not sure if they're gonna go with the Cursed Child I guess rendition that has been teased for a while, but I know that if they do, I would be uber excited because I grew up just watching the movies and I absolutely loved it. From my understanding, the books are definitely worth reading because of the fact that they include a lot more of those key details you wouldn't hear otherwise. It is kind of cool though that you were able to create your character in The Sims 3 and then take pictures of it for the game or the roleplay. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. So far anyways. I'm wondering if I need to add some fields. I'm not sure yet. When it comes to your character, what is your go-to Hogwarts house? Alright, I think that works. Question being, let's go ahead and add some terrain paint, add a layer, name it Fairy Pool. extra trim. Snow. Might need to move this. Otherwise, it might not. There you go. Actually, yeah. That needs to go down to about 15. And then we can move that back. Okay. And okay. I still don't know. Come on, Dory. I think it might not now be time for adding some lots. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and save as. Awesome. And go ahead and up game. Okay, there's that. The Adventures in Sims 3 Career World. That is time consuming, that I can say. Okay. Let's go ahead and hop on in game. Go ahead and adjust the sound a bit. Already 44 minutes. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and check out. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into town. Halt. Apparently, things are. There's that. Cool. That is a residential area where the lighthouse caretaker's home will be. we're gonna go ahead and some 30 by 30 lots here. And I'll just this one so I can maneuver it. I'm trying to create relatively equal spacing. There we go. Particularly sure why. Legit thought you had still been there. So like I completely gone out of my way to like ask a bunch of questions, and now I feel like I've spoken to all. So that's cool. Please rest assured I'm just I think I'm just tired, honestly. So well, welcome back. My inspiration for this town is just because I have a love for the Sims 3, number one. I have been playing for quite a while. Let's see. I think it's gonna be a visitors allowed. Cool. And I also like Alaska. I think I've actually lived there before. It's just been how many years? Ideally, if I could go back, I probably would. Maybe it just depends on how everything kind of pans out in my life. That being said, I love killer whales and orcas. I'm actually a marine biology and oceanography major, so I definitely love kind of the concept of the environment. I love anything woodsy and coastal, so definitely wanted to do something similar. Yeah, I'm probably gonna ramble and my brain is probably gonna go kaput, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, right? It's alright. I've been working on this off and on for a while. I probably have been spending the most time on it here on stream than I have any other time, really. Probably should be spending more time on it in general, but thankfully it looks like I am nearing a point where it should be nearing completion. Like, I'm at a point where I can start creating a save file, so with me placing all of these lots, it'll hopefully make things a little easier. About a 20 by 30. You guys want to see the most adorable cat on the planet? Do I use NROS mods? Yes, I actually do. They are a vital point, you know, characteristic of playing The Sims 3. If you don't play with them, I fear for your save files. I knew that Master Controller, Overwatch, that and Saver are the top three that I feel like everyone should be using from NROS in order to keep their game, you know, nice and tidy. Let's say, for example, you play a completely vanilla game. I feel as though in order to do so without having any risk of losing your save files or just in general, it sometimes helps to have those in your game just so that way you don't lose any progress, you don't lose any of your content. It just, in the long run, I feel makes things a lot easier. Because at the end of the day, if you happen to lose your files or whatever, all of them? Why do you have all of them? Like, I have a good few myself. Like, I have Master Controller, Master Controller integration. I personally don't know how to use all of them, so in order to alleviate all of that stress and chaos, I just primarily use the ones that I know how to use, that I know work in my game. That makes sense. I mean, I honestly did not always start off with these. I think NROS, Overwatch, and Saber are two that I initially didn't play with once I got started. I think when I had first joined the community of The Sims 3 in general, I just didn't know entirely what I was doing. But I mean, when people are new to streaming, you know, it makes you wonder kind of how people got started. Like, for example, you never know how people got started or how long they've been playing unless you ask them. And I think in general it's just really cool. Oh my gosh, zombies are the worst in the game. Like, they can be a cool and fun feature, I'm not gonna lie. The interaction where they're quote-unquote eating your Sims brains is absolutely adorable, because they don't actually eat your Sims brains, they just simply, they just go, I think they use like a rubber ducky or something, I can't remember. It's a cute interaction from what I've seen. I don't particularly care for the extent of how many show up. It is so annoying when all of these show up and you're going, what are you even doing here? The amount of questioning I had is absurd. Not only that, but they destroy your Sims garden, so if you spent a good, you know, chunk of time on your Sims garden, well, let's be honest, it's goodbye garden. You know, all that money gone down the drain. It's unfortunate, really. Let's see, and we'll do a 30 by 25 here. It can be used kind of like a junkyard. Actually, is it gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna be a junkyard. I just decided. Junkyard, cool. And then I know I want to do a community garden, so we'll do a... Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and What NRS mod did you use to get rid of zombies though? Was it register or was it something else? Because I can't imagine it was... Well, I'm sure if you should click on them you can delete them, but that's a little tedious after a while. Alright, so let's see. I know I want to put at least a 30 by 30 for the elixir. I'm going to do a 35 by 25 for a... or 30 by 20 anyways. For the... I guess salon, the firehouse, maybe. No, I guess it's gonna go screw you. And your little dog too. And I'll do, let's see, that there. That there, that's fine. And this can probably go on its side, that would be fine. How long have you been in the Sims community? That's my question to you anyways. Because the way it seems is you've probably been in the community for a while. It's gonna be kind of like a park. Actually, yes, there's that. And The Sims 3, you started when it first came out. Oh my gosh, that's a while though. That's like back in 2009. I think I was a bit late to play The Sims 3 though. Ideally, I would have preferred to have started around the time that you did, just because I'm sure that I probably missed out on a good bit, but that is okay. Initially, I think I started back in like 2014, 2015, and I had kind of dabbled with it. Like, I wasn't super about it, but then I got hooked because I went from being super huge into reading books to pretty much gravitating to The Sims 3. Like, I was still in like middle school, high school, so I would actually have, you know, get up super duper early just to play. Tell me you're an addict without telling me you're an addict. But all in all, I think ultimately I just had like a bunch of fun playing the game. So you're probably gonna see me placing all of these random freaking lots. But it's gonna seem like they're randomly placed. I assure you they're not. There's a method to my madness in some degree. but ultimately I think it's just a fun game. Prefer it far more than The Sims 4. So you've been streaming for quite a while. That's a long time. That's well over a year. And to do so regularly is huge. It's not something many can have the opportunity to do, I'm not gonna lie. I would honestly probably struggle like, tremendously. So I commend you for being able to do that. The Sims 3 though, I think I started with YouTube a while back. I've done a little bit of dabbling here and there. I obviously have not stuck with it consistently. Probably should though. Kind of don't probably have an excuse otherwise. So now that I have the ability to do so, that's probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably start streaming a bit more. And no, you're good, you're good. I honestly, if you miss it, it's not a big deal. It doesn't bother me at all, and I just appreciate people being in the chat. Like, whether you're lurking, as long as people are just, relaxed and having a good time, that's what matters. Very low-key, very chill, don't particularly care for super extravagant anything. So yes, I got started back in like 2014, 2015, and ultimately just have been all about it. By the way, I'm Tristan. Hi, Tristan. I am, well, my name is obviously not the same as my channel. I just not just personal reasons, but also for the sake of safety. It's nothing against you or anything. It's a preference of sorts where I prefer to keep my identity kind of personal, if you will. That said, I go by Bella. No, it's not Snorlax. I freaking wish. I guess you could say the reason why I went with Snorlax simming is primarily due to the fact that, one, simming being, in reference to Sims 3, and then Snorlax just because of my favorite Pokemon, who is literally me. I prefer my sleep, I prefer my food, I prefer my coffee. If that makes any sense. Also, hello! Welcome back, and no worries, sometimes, technology and certain platforms have their fits, so all good. You are good. I'm just glad that people are in the chat and having a good time. So, I am not sure how much longer I'm going to stream. I want to stream a little bit longer and try to get as much as I can done. I think I'm going to get at least the layout of the community lots and get this little thing that I'm working on right now done. My pronouns are she, her, hers, very simple. I am very feminine, that's how I've been since birth. If someone tells me their pronouns, I will go out of my way to do my best to remember them. If I don't, please do not take it to heart. There's going to be times where it might take me a little bit to remember. Other than that, as I said, I do my best to ensure that people are included or feel included. But if I mess it up, please, again, I cannot stress this enough. Do not take it to heart. I will do my best to learn it and try to remember. Just might take a few reminders. Oh my goodness. Well, that's so exciting that you guys are kind of like a husband and wife duo. I love that. It's so nice to hear that people like that can be able to stream together and have so much fun. Yes, I go by Snorlax. Simming is my channel name, but I primarily go by the name Bella, or Bella Luna, if you will. Um, as I mentioned earlier, I, for the sake of safety, kind of keep my real name kind of personal into myself for reasons I feel are valid, if you will. I'm sure he probably was overwhelmed. It's definitely a lot. I'm glad you guys are both in the chat though. That's super exciting. Kingdom Hearts is such a good game though. Excuse me. Um, I have not played that game in so freaking long. Probably should get back into it. Love all of those emojis, they're so cool. I have not played Kingdom Hearts in a while. I played Final Fantasy, I believe it was Final Fantasy 14 a few years back, give or take, maybe a decade or so. It's back when I was like still growing up and on a military base and what have you. Um, yes, I am a military child. My dad was actually retired from the Navy, so that was pretty cool. We definitely moved around a lot, and then we ended up obviously where we are now. Certainly has been not the easiest. For military kids, you definitely have to work hard to kind of adapt and try to, get accustomed to things pretty quickly. Something that is not always an easy task, but when you get it done, it works out amazingly because you learn skills that otherwise you would not have learned. You calling me a military bride is not like, it's not rude. A lot of people kind of in the military know that their families, like, it's just a common thing. It's not rude, it's just, it is what it is. It's nothing, rude. It's just, in fact, it's a compliment sometimes because you know, of the fact that you do learn all those valuable skills and you make a lot of cool friends and connections. Um, moving around that much is huge. It's very similar. We moved around pretty frequently, and I don't think I can say that I lived anywhere outside of the United States. However, I've pretty much lived in almost every single state with the exception of like maybe two or three. It does suck at times. It's because you make connections with people as you get older and you grow to love so many different people and individuals, and it can be hard. And yes, yeah, WoW is definitely an accurate representation. it's, it's something. Alright, let's see if we can get some summer flower mix. Orange grass. These are lingonberries. Don't know if I want those though. Looking for fireweed. Forest lord. Boardwalk grass. interesting is I know that I have the fire leaves. Smallgrass. Orange grass. See, those are blue bonnets. These are heather. My pears. If I don't reply right away, please don't feel bad. I'm literally trying to find one particular item. Though, I just noticed I had this. Ha! Ha ha ha. I'm kind of wondering why I don't have something different, but that's alright. I feel like I recognize the one emote. It's from, it's not Sparrow. Is it? I can't remember. That is wild to know that wow. Same town all throughout your schooling. It's mind-boggling. I cannot relate, sadly. What you probably just noticed is my game prompting me to save. I probably won't share the state, but I can, however, share the time zone. The time zone that I'm in is Eastern Standard Time, so I'm more along the northeast coast. I made some connections. Like my one friend I've been friends with since I lived on base in Maryland. Maryland is like the only one I'll share just because obviously I don't live there anymore. But it is so cool to know that, you know, even if you make those connections, some of them have that chance of being worth a lifetime. Like, you make friends and they're your friends for life. Didn't the southeast side get like a bunch of like hurricanes recently? I could be mistaken, but if not, please don't be upset. I don't watch the news for obvious reasons. There's too much toxicity in the news. Again, with the chaos planting. I feel like this is the one way to get things done quickly, but have it, you know, look full and look amazing. And thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, my one friend who's been my friend for, gosh, going on like 2-3 decades. I actually spent time with her recently, and it was actually really fun to spend time with her. And two, she's actually the godmother to my 6-month-old daughter. So the fact that we've been friends that long, where I had the opportunity to be able to sit there and go, yeah, now she's my daughter's godmother. It is actually really reassuring and just, it's really nice. say that I feel as though the